Hey Capricorn, so today we are going to go ahead and do your love reading. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So both of these pictures, you can see these women are really defensive. There's a lot of defensive energy right now. So I'm getting a couple of different messages here. For some of you, this is you. For others of you, this could be something else. I'm not sure yet which one it is, but I feel we have the 5 of Pentacles here. We have the Hanged Man beneath this here, the Death card in reverse. So I do think that for a lot of you, this is you if you're feminine. There's definitely something right now where there's like a hanging by a thread energy is what I'm getting. So somebody here is hanging by a thread. I feel like with the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, it's like something has been suspended in this time of feeling left out or feeling inadequate or feeling rejected or left out in the cold here. So I feel like there is a bit of resistance at the moment in the collective when it comes to being maybe a little bit, the 10 of Wands here, like reaching a burnout point when it comes to how much can be handled here. So I feel that this could be let's clarify the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Wands for the Twin Flame Collective right now. Yeah, we have the 3 of Swords here, and we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. Right now, there's a lot of struggle. There's a lot of struggle here. I feel that with the 3 of Swords, this is, obviously there's heartbreak here, there's pain. I feel like with the 5 of Wands in reverse, though, there's definitely, I kind of feel like there is a bit of injustice that has been going on. I don't know if this has been in secrecy or if something has been happening here behind closed doors, but I do feel like there's a feminine here who is very combative, very defensive, and I do think that for some it's you, but on the other hand, I feel like there is possibly something else that is obviously interfering here that's causing heartbreak. I'm also getting to that there could just be a lot of walls up right now, a lot of defense mechanisms up in the collective. So with the 5 of Wands reversed, there's a need to really step away from conflict. In this deck, there's 2 people, and they look like they're arguing here. They're just not getting along. So I feel that there is something here about the pain that's still... Somebody feels very defensive over the pain that has been caused. Somebody feels very... a little bit angry here. Let's get the Kipper deck and see what's going on here. Let's clarify this 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands for the collective Twin Flames. What's going on? We have expectation and we have sudden wealth. So I'm getting a bunch of different messages here. For some of you, there's somebody else involved here who they could have a karmic tie to involving money. It could be children involved. There could be money involved here. And I feel like that could be part of what the defensive energy is too. So there's something about needing to step away from conflict right now. Somebody's expecting something. We do have that sudden wealth card. And I just saw the courthouse here too. We have bad health. So there could be an expectation here that's being placed on something where, for example, the masculine could have an expectation right now and the other person could be expecting something from them. Also 3 of Swords here for the 5 of Wands for the Twin Flame Collective. Yeah, adjudication. So see, there's, and it kind of flew out in reverse, which I'm seeing it that way. And we have the poverty card. It could be somebody lost some money here as well. I feel like there is something involving money. So the collective right now is experiencing, I feel, with the adjudication card, there's a need to kind of mend what has been broken here with the 5 of Wands in reverse. And I do think that there has been a lot of factors involved into why things have been very defensive. Somebody's very unstable here. This is the Pining Rose Love Oracle by Calico Moon Oracle. So let's clarify this 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands Twin Flame Collective right now. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so we have I miss you here, and then we have move on, and we have past life. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm sorry. I feel like there's really a lot of there's something that's not. It's like with the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands. There's an expectation for either communication right now, or there's an expectation that something's coming in or something's coming through. But there's something that's really, I feel, needing to be resolved when it comes to maybe forgiveness right now. What is the adjudication in the Three of Swords, Five of Wands? Yeah, there's secrets here. So what I feel is that something has not been fully resolved when it comes to whatever factors have been in the way. We have thinking of you. So let's go into the masculine energy here and see what's going on with him. But I feel like for some of you, there has been secrets of maybe another, relationship or another partner or whatever resonates. And I feel like with the adjudication card here, see the Seven of Swords reverse, it's like somebody has not been honest, and somebody has not been honest about something here. And I think that it's like there's a door that's open right now, and the feminine for most of you is waiting for something, but there's also something else going on that's causing things to be very difficult right now. And I think that this is kind of like the decision I was picking up on earlier. So what's going on with the Divine Masculine right now in his life? What's going on with him? Divine Masculine energies. We have the Sun. Well, so he's definitely having some form of clear energy or clarity here. What's going on with the Divine Masculine with the Sun? The Fool. Wow. So the Divine Masculine is definitely coming out of something here with the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Fool. So this is why I was feeling too that there's something about maybe the feminine is expecting something and the masculine is aware of that, and there is maybe a joining together of how they're thinking about each other, but there's a secret here that maybe has not been revealed. Or this, we have the Justice card reversed, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords reversed. So the Divine Masculines at this time are actually obviously into the Sun and the Fool. There's a major shift for them right now. So I feel like they have decided something. They have decided something here. I'm not sure what it is yet, but they have decided something. And I feel like there's coming out of perhaps what has been secret or what has been wrong here. I feel like there could be a marriage involved for some of you here. What's going on with the Divine Masculine? What's the Fool and the Sun here for? Yeah, I mean, the Pathway card, this is a brand new beginning here. We have the Pathway card and the Community card, and we do have the Child at the bottom. So it's clear at this moment that the Divine Masculines have made a choice. They've made a decision. They have made a choice to embark on something new. So let's see what else we have here. The Community card could definitely be that there's other people involved here. I did see the Child card. We have the Lies card here. Something, so what's going on with the Divine Masculine right now with the Fool, the Sun, Community, Sacred, where's the Divine Masculine going? Interesting. So at the bottom of the deck, we have ex-lover with spy and torture. And then we have here so close We have vows, and we have untouchable. So I'm getting a bunch of different messages here. I feel like for some of them, there has been a torture going on here with this card here, the ex-lover, the spy, and the torture. For some of you, this is about you, and they have been kind of in a bit of like torture over something in their life that they have not been able to break free from previously. This is at the bottom. And now they have made a decision to go into a new direction. They've made a decision to have vows with something. It's very close. We have so close here. We have untouchable, because there has been a vow here that has not been able to be replicated. So they feel like they have not been able to, which is, I do feel the divine feminine here. But there has been things in the way that have caused, these secrets to be here. And I think that they have finally felt like they're so close to getting to where they want to be. But there is like this conflict right in the middle here that has been going on. And for some, the ex-lover could have been torture. It could have been a lot of he said, she said, he said, he said, she said, when it comes to things that have been misconstrued and lies here. So how is the divine masculine? What's the energy towards the feminine right now? Let's confirm this. What is the divine masculine's energy towards the feminine? What actions, what feelings, what energy? We have the Star in reverse, and we have the Hanged Man here. So he is still kind of going through a period of healing. I feel like they've gone through something quite major, it feels like, here with the Fool and the Sun and the Hanged Man and the Star reversed. I feel like there's been a lot of hope that has been like drained here. We have the King of Cups. So I feel like he has decided to invest emotionally. I feel like he has decided what's important, what has been untouchable to him. I feel that with the Star in reverse, though, there's been a lot of like that torture energy, or that kind of like cold energy that has been feeling very like I'm getting somebody who's been sort of pushed down when it comes to their hope, when it comes to their renewal, when it comes to their happiness. And I think that they are currently still at a delay here. How's the divine masculine feeling about the feminine? What does the divine masculine want with the feminine? King of Swords reversed, and we have the Empress. How does the divine masculine feel about the feminine? What's going on with the Hanged Man, the King of Swords? Yeah, the main female. I do think that they want to message, or they want to bring some form of clarity about what they have been experiencing. They've been feeling imprisoned. They have been feeling stuck. They've been feeling stifled. This is also not only like actual things that have been going on, in their environment, but this is things that have been kept secret, as in mental things, things that have been hidden, like in terms of feelings. So they feel right now that they want to express something to the feminines, but they're really afraid to be in that King of Swords. They're afraid to be assertive with their thoughts right now, because they have not entirely healed. I feel like this is somebody who's been suppressing a lot. They have been definitely suppressing a lot of things that they have maybe not told you. I feel like with the past life card coming up at the top too, there's been a lot of past life karmic things in the way here. So what else? And then we'll look at the feminine. So how does the divine masculine currently feel about the feminine? Divine masculine currently feel about the feminine. What does he want moving forward here? There's the torture card. This has been, wow. There's going to be a communication here. We have letters, we have I'm sorry, and we have the message card. I feel like the divine masculines have been going through a very difficult time. I'm actually getting like a really strong message here for some of you. There's a lot of really heavy heart here. So I feel like if some of you are sending like healing energy, that's really going to help right now, the connection, because it's not about what happened, or it's not about, the deception. Even if it's just only an energy thing, I feel like there's a lot of feelings of needing forgiveness right now. There's a lot of torture when it comes to the mental space. I do think that there's been a lot of breaking free. I mean, it feels very, very new. I do think this eclipse could have forced this to happen. This could have been things that really came through with the eclipse. And I feel like they need a lot of forgiveness right now. So even if you just feel like sending some loving energy, I feel like there's a lot of needing forgiveness here. I feel like they're kind of tortured because they would like to communicate right now. And they feel like with that King of Swords reverse, they're not sure how to maybe articulate their words right now. They're not sure how to, be assertive about it, because I think that there's a lot of factors, that have been involved here, but they definitely feel like they want forgiveness. At least they want to express, at least they want to communicate that they have been in an environment here that has been feeling like toil and labor, feeling like imprisonment. And I think that it has been, for a lot, it's an ex-lover. For some, it's family. And they just feel like they are so close to where they want to be with the pathway card here. And this is just about them having a new beginning. I'm not saying they're just going to jump back into this here, but I think that they do want forgiveness. I think that they do want to communicate here. There's a lot of feelings of letting go of sadness and pain, regrets, torture with regrets here. So let's look at the feminine. What's going on with the divine feminine right now? What's going on your journey? Divine feminines, what's going on with you? The world. Some of you could have already moved on. We do have to move on here. I feel like you are really at a place of knowing that you do have to close out the cycle. And I think that this is exactly why the energy has kind of shifted a little bit, is because the feminines here, you've been through a lot, with the 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. I think this is a combination of feeling very worn out, feeling very fatigued by this connection. And then also there could have been other factors that have caused things to be defensive with the 7 of Wands. But you have been trying to really fight. I feel like you've been trying to defend this connection. You've been trying to defend, how you feel. And I do feel like there's a lot of pain that has already happened here because of these secrets. So a lot of you have decided to close this out. What's going on with the divine feminines right now on your journey, the world? Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're not really taking this anymore. I feel like a lot of you, with the Emperor being here and the injustice, you already know that there has been an unjust situation here. You already know this. I feel like you're actually really stepping into your power. It's not in a way that you're doing it on purpose. You're trying to get your point across. It's really in a way where I feel that you have stepped into the Queen of Swords in the world. I feel like you really want honesty, you really want communication, you really want taking ownership for actions here, and you are really going to not put up with any bullshit is what I'm getting here. And I think that it's a very empowered energy. I feel like you are going to be like forgiving each other. There's going to be something about a forgiveness here, and I think that's necessary as well. Yeah, you're hurt. What's going on with divine feminines right now on this journey? Cold shoulder. Wow. Separation and cold shoulder. So, I really feel like this is going to be, I'm lost without you. This is the masculine here. Reach out, I'm lost without you. I mean, they may not say that here, but I feel like there actually is that kind of energy coming through. Even if some of it's just in the 5D, I feel like there's an energy here of feeling like this connection has run its course, and it's something that's very unfortunate because there's still a need for, it's like it was closed up too soon here. I feel like a lot of you with the cold shoulder and the Queen of Swords, you're trying to push down your feelings of nostalgia here. You're trying to push down your feelings of missing this connection. Some of you might be open to hearing this out, and others of you might not be, but I feel like it's going to be dependent on where you're at. I feel like there is an energy here of The scales being balanced is what I'm hearing. This is what's needed for the scales to be balanced. So things are actually happening right now exactly for this reason. You've both been having a lot of past life stuff here that it hasn't been resolved. 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands. For the very beginning of the reading, I was getting that energy of just feeling like combative, defensive, feeling like there's something that is not resolved here. It's unsettled. It's feeling anxious. And I think that there's been this conflict between I miss you and moving on. And so the adjudication being here in the middle is really the need for actually like judgment, justice here. And I think that there's been a lot of reasons to why this masculine has been acting the way that he has. There's been a lot of reasons to why things have unfolded the way that they have. And I feel like there's a clean slate actually coming through for both twin flames, even if because obviously we're all going to be on different paths here. It may not result in like, a coming together for everybody, but I do think there's going to be a feeling of maybe some resolution here, some peaceful resolution, because this is something that is, for the masculines, the sun, clarity, breaking free from whatever imprisonment that has been happening. And it's also imprisonment of the mind in which he may need forgiveness. And for the feminines, I feel like there's really a realization of the true self, of true self-worth here, which I think I had picked up on earlier too. And so with the cold shoulder, it's not so much in a way of anger, it's actually more in a way of just knowing her boundaries. Okay, so then let's just see how this story is going to unfold here in the next few weeks. How is this story going to unfold between the two of you in the next few weeks? Twin flames. So from the masculine's end first, what actions or what will happen from the masculine's end in the next few weeks? Masculine's end. Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles, the masculine definitely might offer a friendly gesture. The Page of Pentacles is something that's very, it's like a new energy. It's a fresh energy here. It's an offer. Let's confirm here. What actions will the Divine Masculine take here in the next few weeks? King of Cups. Wow. So, I feel like there definitely might be an offer coming through here. I feel like there might be a emotional kind of maturity that's being brought through. What else? What actions will the masculine take? Page of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yeah, thoughts. It's like he's thinking a lot about this here, thinking about offering, and the King of Cups is actually not somebody who's hasty. The King of Cups is somebody who's going to really think before they act with their emotions too. They're very much in control of their emotions. They've mastered their emotions. I feel like I'm also hearing there's a level of respect coming through in which I feel there's a genuine energy that's going to come through. Yeah, messages. Wow. So I feel like there is going to be some communication here. What actions will the masculine take towards the feminine in the next few weeks or so? Yeah, that's exactly the energy I was getting. We have commitment phobia. We have not over, and we have patience. So what I'm getting here is that the king, like I said, the King of Cups is somebody who's all in, all in emotionally. With the Page of Pentacles, there's a difference in energy here. So I feel like the Divine Masculines right now are needing a little bit of time, but I actually really feel like this is something fresh that's brought through for the Twin Flame Collective right now. Again, even if it doesn't, because I don't want anyone, just to sit and wait for things or anything like that, but I feel like something is not over. The story's not over here, but also what's not over is maybe his, just feeling of not wanting to rush. I'm not getting it to be a bad thing. I'm getting that he just doesn't want to rush right now, because with the star in reverse, he's still going through healing from whatever has happened here, and it's going to be different for a lot of you. But again, I think that there has been a feeling of having to be at service to something else, a marriage, a situation. And even if he's still married, or even if there's still something going on, I feel like there's more of an energy of mental and emotional liberation with the sun and the fool and the pathway. So it's carving, the pathway to where he wants to be. So the physical could come after that, in which he has to make those changes. But right now, I feel like he's kind of still feeling like there's more time. He's thinking, contemplating. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating, a lot of wondering. Should I not offer? What should I do? And I feel like since the feminine's coming through as pretty much giving the cold shoulder, I feel like that's also a part of it. He could be feeling that there's an energy here of that. There's an energetic feeling of not being sure how to approach the situation. But there's definitely something coming through about a letter or communication here that they are at least contemplating, and they're just wondering, I don't want to mess this up again, what I just heard. So what about the feminine? How will you respond to this? What actions will the feminine take in the next few weeks? Oof, Four of Cups. I don't feel like the feminines are going to accept the offer, though. What actions will the feminines be taking towards the masculine in the next few weeks? Page of Wands. So maybe there is going to be communication, but with the Four of Cups, it's going to be very slow. It's going to be very... For some of you, you are just disconnecting. You're moving on to something else. Some of you are just wanting to... Right now, I feel like you're focusing on your creativity. Some of you are focusing on your career, your path, your abundance, Empress. A lot of you are really focused on that here. And I feel like I'm hearing I cannot be bothered. So maybe some of you feel like you can't be bothered right now. Divine Feminines. What actions will you take towards the masculine? Divine Feminines. Karmic partner. I just saw that one. Wow, unfaithful and karmic partner. So interesting. So some of you, there's a karmic partner that you have. With the unfaithful card. That could definitely be. And you may feel like, yeah, there's something forbidden here. For some of you, there could be a bit of a role swap here too, in which the masculine, if it doesn't resonate with you, it could be that the masculine is the one who, still has a karmic partner, which something has happened here in the middle. And I feel like this is about an unfaithful energy. This has been coming through actually in the collective recently. I feel like there's going to be a question of, is this just obsession? Is this just something that's going to be fleeting? Is this something that's going to be just a casual thing, and then I'm going to be unfaithful, or you're going to be unfaithful, or maybe just in general there's going to be the unfaithful energy here. So there's definitely something here about that. Divine Feminines, what actions will you take towards the masculine? Yeah, some of you are like, you either have an official relationship right now, or you have an official situation. You're afraid of bad health here, but I'm getting also some of you have like a controlling partner, or some of you have a situation yourself going on, or maybe you feel like you're just not happy with your current relationship, you're not happy with your current circumstances, and maybe when this energy happens with the masculine, it might kind of cause you to feel like you have to make some changes. You have to figure out what you want as well. So, yeah. So what's the final outcome then? Like all in all, between the two of you? What's the final outcome between the two of you? The Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands reversed. Some of you are afraid this is just a fantasy, or the same thing. They're afraid this is just a fantasy. What's the outcome between the two of you? Yeah. Something's a little bit unstable, though. Yeah. Wow. Obsession, ghosted, and unstable. All right. So what I'm getting is that I feel like there is going to be a reunion for a lot of you, at least in some way. This could just be a letter. This could be a message. I think that's come through here. But what I'm getting with the commitment phobia here, the karmic partner, the unfaithful, it could be that there's still going to be a question of, the Ten of Cups it could actually be overly romanticizing something. The Ten of Cups can be a little bit, overly romantic. It can be a little bit too much in the clouds, And actually in this particular deck, it's a woman alone, which normally isn't the Ten of Cups. So I feel like some of you are wondering if this is just going to be another ghosting episode. Is this going to be something that's going to be unstable? Is it going to be an obsession? Maybe the masculine wonders that as well. So with the Ace of Wands reversed, a lot of you are not going to be physical with this person, with your masculine, for one. And secondly, I feel like you may be just wondering if this is if you're going to be able to take this offer. Should you not? And same goes for them. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of changes happening. But with that said, I think that there's going to be an energy here of having to really let things play out, because both of you are going through major changes right now with the World, the Fool, the Sun, and there's going to be really a need to figure out what is the Ten of Cups to you, what is the Ten of Cups to them. Is it still the same, or is this just physical for some? And for others of you, is this just a weird, obsession, Yeah. Interesting. So let's get the final message from your person, your divine masculine. What's the final messages from the masculine? Wow. So they really want to make things right, I feel, but I'm actually getting that that's kind of, because with the card at the bottom, maybe we're just too different. I actually feel like that's a lot of you saying that, feminine here. We have, you are irreplaceable. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. Would you give me the chance to make things right between us? You still hold a piece of my heart. I just got sidetracked. There are still so many things left unsaid between us. Lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. They obviously lied about some things, and that could be exactly what you're a little bit afraid of here. So they got sidetracked, and now they feel like they care too much about what other people think. I just saw too. So this is something that would be really a pressure to maybe family values, something about being unfaithful, whoever end that is on. Or just the idea, is this something that's going to be able to actually last in the real world? Or is this just a weird obsession? And I feel like there's a lot of energy here of them being sidetracked and feeling guilty about it, feeling like there's a guilty energy here. And I do think that they're working their way to apologize. They're working their way to get out of their own mental prison, mental torture. But they have a little bit more to go when it comes to this commitment phobia here, patience card. And I think that they are kind of being bombarded by signs and synchronicities, and they don't understand maybe why. And they feel like there's a lot of unsaid things. They feel guilty, or they feel it's hard to really wrap this cycle up here. I'm trying to think of what I want to say. They don't know how to write this letter, this message. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. That's really interesting shifts in the energy. So I hope it helps some of you guys, and have a great weekend. I'll be back to do some more updates, and take care, be well, and I'll talk to you next time. Much love.